What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. Here to bring you a video on Darnell Wright and discussing why I believe he is the best tackle in this year's draft class. Now let's get to it. So, Darnell Wright, tackle from Tennessee, versatile tackle who played left and right tackle, also played a little guard as well. Started 4 years at Tennessee, was freshman of the year for the SEC in 2019. A lot of good accolades, a lot of good moments. And I think, to me personally, watching the film on these guys, it's late in the process now. The draft is in a couple weeks. And usually around this time, I start to give you, quote unquote, my guys or my favorite players at most positions. Not every position, but a lot of the guys that really stand out to me who might or might not be big names. But I have been throwing out names throughout other videos, but I haven't done an official, my favorite players list, or at least videos for a lot of these guys. But I have mentioned them. I've said I love Jahmyr Gibbs. I think he'll be an amazing game changer. I did do my official pick for steal of the draft on the offensive side of the ball. I did the pick running back Israel. I'm not going to say his last name. I don't want to mess up. I stutter and I talk fast, so I'm not going to butcher his last name. But I said it right during the video. I did a video maybe about 2 weeks ago, right after the, I think Pitt Pro Day might have been March 15th or March 20th, something, whatever it was. I did a video right after it happened, and I live reacted to it saying I think he's still of the draft for the offensive side of the ball. I haven't quite found my defensive guy yet, but I'm going to find him soon, do a video on him soon. I have a couple names in mind, but, now's the time to start doing the draft videos and really start to, hammer home of who I like as my favorite players, whether it be big names or small names, and just get them out there, So, but on a Darnell Wright, true senior, started all 4 seasons, and had some big moments, had some good games, and got a lot of accolades. You know what I mean? And the highlight of this past season, clearly for him, was shutting down Will Anderson, top edge rush prospect from Alabama. Someone I did a video on yesterday, I reacted to Chris Sims' podcast, and he said, he released his edge rankings and put up Will Anderson as number 5, behind guys like Luca Van Ness, Nolan Smith, and Tyree Wilson and Will McDonald. Which I'm not, and I'm not gonna spoil it here, but I basically didn't agree with him being that low, but I do agree with him not being number 1. I will say that, but it's still. No matter how you want to rank him, Will Anderson is a big name. He was a monster in college, So now however you see him in the pros is however you see it. But in the college, he was the top dog, no question about it. And Darnell Wright locked him up. I have Darnell Wright being a top 15 lock. I've seen other people say, or at least write and mention, that he's probably a first round lock. I'm going to go all the way and say he's a top 15 lock, maybe even top 10. He's that good to me. Right now, the tackle class, well, not now, the process is about over. It's about to be the draft officially in a couple of weeks, but, it's only down to 2 top tackle prospects. That's Paris Johnson Jr. from Ohio State, and that's obviously the guy I'm talking about now, Darnell Wright. I like Johnson, big physical freak, 6'6", great size, great length to him, but I just think Darnell Wright is a better technician for me personally. He's more of a bulldozer type. I like those type of guys. You might ask, or might want to throw in a guy like Peter Squancy from Northwestern. I'm pretty sure that he probably will play guard. Most teams will probably view him as a guard with sub 33-inch arms, but at tackle spot at Northwestern for 3 years, he was pretty good. He was, had some great moments there, but with those shorter arms, I think they would throw him in a guard, and he'd probably be a good guard as well. Probably the best guard from this draft, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you there. So, but if he was in the tackles and had over 33-inch arms, I would still probably have Darnell Wright above him, honestly. And to be honest, Darnell Wright probably, if I were to make a comp for him, I'd probably say DJ Fluker. Pretty good right tackle prospect. As I said, he's versatile, has played left, has played guard throughout his career at Tennessee. But I don't think he'll be a type of elite prospect, nothing like that. Like I said, DJ Fluker, max ceiling probably a Pro Bowl here or there, maybe a couple years straight or whatever. But I don't see him being an elite, super elite, all world style prospect. I don't see that happening. But I do have him being pretty solid. A couple of strengths I have that I really want to highlight for him is he's a big body tackle who carries his weight well. As I said, 6'5", 333 pounds, and he uses it. He uses all his weight, and he definitely, as I said earlier, I like bulldozer type vibes from my right tackle. Nastiness, grittiness. He's not overly nasty, but he definitely uses his weight like a big bulldozer, especially doing double teams. Because you have some guards and tackles who kind of like just lollygags and doesn't really give it full effort for the combo. No, he goes and look for the next level, and he definitely is great doing the combo block stuff like that. Also, his feet. You watch his tape from year one in 2019 and to year 4 in 2022, which should happen, which is great. His feet got a lot more calmer, and you can tell a good technician, or you can tell when someone has it down pat once their feet are less chaotic. They're literally doing step by step on what they should be doing the process instead of doing everything else, trying to overcompensate for a lack of speed or a lack of strain for whatever. He had his technique down pretty well. Good feet, great feet movement. I like it a lot. So his feet were a lot calmer, a lot less chaotic than they were his prior 3 years, which should be the case for most prospects in whatever position that involves being a technician or involves footwork. But you don't always see that for whatever reason. So that's very impressive there. Now on to some weaknesses. One thing for me is he shows a little bit of confusion sometimes with the twist, aka with the stunts from D tackles and edge rushers, or D ends and edge rushers, or from outside backers. He shows a little bit of confusion, a little bit of a slow read on those. That's kind of a tough thing there. Stunts are a big thing in most levels, especially from high school up. But he handled some well, some was a little iffy, so just a little slow in trying to read and trying to adjust to those stunts and twists. That's kind of a little weakness I found in his game there. And also he gets very little bend in his 2-point stance. That's something there that they gotta get a little better as well. One more thing I want to add on to that is he's more of a catcher than a puncher. He doesn't really he invites you into his body more than use his hands and stuff like that to get these guys off him, which isn't the worst thing, but he's more of a catcher and hugger than a puncher, slap with the hands, and what I mean. So that's just my thing there. Even though he's a bulldozer, he will invite you into his body and have his insides a little bit more than what you would like, in my personal opinion. But all that to say, man, he's a pretty good prospect. And I think the teams know that also. I have him as a top 15 lock for a reason. He has a bunch of top 30 visits. Titans, Commanders, Bills, Saints, Raiders, Cardinals, Bucks, Dallas, Packers, and Detroit Lions, and a couple more as well. So, I definitely think teams who are tackle needy, which a lot of teams on that list, will definitely come trade up for him and snatch him up but outside of him and Paris Johnson, there's not too many really write home about. You have that guy from North Dakota State. Shucks, I forgot his name right now. Who's a pretty decent prospect? Cody Mock. Cody Mock. Forgot to say his name, but he's an athletic tackle. Flies across the field. He's one, but he's ranked on my list like number 7, number 8. You have the guy from Syracuse. You have DeJuan Jones from Ohio State. So you have some big boys who are definitely, good. But I do like Darnell Wright a little bit better, and also Johnson too. So those two guys to me are clear as day first round picks. Everyone else, Broderick Jones, Harrison from Oklahoma, they'll probably sneak in towards the back end because, like I said, there are a lot of teams who are offensive tackle needy. But I would prefer, if it was my choice, I'm getting one of those top two guys. So So yeah, I would have first round picks: Darnell Wright, Paris Johnson, excuse me, um, Harrison, Bardrick Jones, and that's probably it. DeJuan Jones might not make it for me, but he's definitely, could sneak into that later pick 29, pick 30 type range. But there are a lot of teams needy, so you might get him a little early as well, somewhere in the 20s. So we'll see where it goes, man. But this tackle class is pretty good, pretty solid. But I think the cream of the crop is a guy like Darnell Wright. So, but that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.